Happy Independence Day, and today we're going to check out 5 games to play on the 4th of July. 5 games to play if you love freedom. Oh yeah, let's get into it. Hey, welcome to the Poor Man's Retro Game Room, and today we're going to celebrate freedom. We're going to celebrate the 4th of July. And we're going to celebrate it not only with the grill, not only with our sparklers, with our fireworks. All that is great stuff, right? But we're going to celebrate it with a bunch of video game explosions. Oh yeah. Let's get into the action with 5 awesome video games to play on the 4th of July. Let's get into it. Alright, let's get right into it, and let's start with one of America's favorite Vietnam vets, and that's John Rambo. Rambo 3 for the Sega Genesis puts you right in the thick of the action as you fight your way through enemy lines to rescue POWs. This game is a true test of your reflexes, and it is, because it is a difficult game. And will have you feeling like a one-man wrecking crew, and that is true as well, man. You're going to mow down a lot of enemies. You're going to look for POWs to rescue. Once you find them, then you're going to try to get them out of the, out of harm's way and to the exit within a certain amount of time. And this game is a lot of fun, and really one of the highlights is the bonus section where you actually have to use your bow to bring down a helicopter. A lot of fun, man. That is a lot of fun, and you better get it done in a hurry to get any bonus points, because it can be difficult. This game can be difficult, but I will tell you that it is a very short game. And it's really one of those fun games just to pop in and play, and once you get good enough, you can beat it within, I'd say, probably anywhere from a half hour to 45 minutes, seriously. So, yeah, Rambo 3. This is a game that really nobody talks about on the Sega Genesis, and I think it's a great game. I think it's an excellent Rambo game, and it's a great game that translated from a movie to a video game, so there you go. Alright, so, game number 1, Rambo 3 for the Sega Genesis. Next up, we've got Broforce. This side-scrolling shooter lets you unleash a squad of over-the-top heroes inspired by action movies from the 80s and the 90s. We're talking slow-motion eagles, walking explosions, and enough freedom raining down to make Uncle Sam proud. Just be careful not to blow up your teammates in the process. This game is so much fun, and I don't hear enough people talking about it. I love it. It's great for solo play. It's even better for couch co-op. You can play online. You can play online with a ton of people. It's just a lot of fun. The whole thing is you're going and you're rescuing POWs, and when you rescue a certain amount of POWs, you get to unlock a new hero. And each one of those POWs is going to be one of those heroes that you unlock. This game is just a lot of fun, man. Of course, you can see all the retro goodness in it, and the callback to, like Contra, some of those over-the-top awesome side-scrolling run-and guns. This game is awesome. There's awesome bosses. The enemies are great. Level design, everything is destructible. And, man, you can die in so many different ways, it ain't even funny. But it's one of those games where right after you die, man, you're hitting the button and you're jumping right back in. It is a lot of fun. It is a blast. And another really cool thing about this game is the price tag. You can get it for extremely cheap, and you can get it on all the modern consoles, all the modern platforms. You'll often see it on the e-stores on sale. I think I paid $2.99 for my copy of Broforce on a Steam sale one time. It is awesome. So Broforce, man, play it. Seriously, this game is awesome and it's worthy of your time.
Mission failed. 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
Next up, we've got the one-man army himself, Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem 3D throws you headfirst into a hilarious and explosive alien invasion. The classic first-person shooter is packed with memorable one-liners, creative weapons, and enough alien scum to keep you busy all weekend. Just remember, Duke Nukem saves the world, one alien butt-kicking at a time. Oh yeah. Man, Duke Nukem is America, right? I mean, if you lived back in the 80s and the 90s, watched any of those action films back then, man, Duke Nukem just pretty much over the top, but makes, I don't know, wraps all those heroes, all those action heroes into one person, into Duke Nukem. He represents them all. He has a lot of one-liners. This game is just a lot of fun. And of course, technically back then on the PC, it was a technical achievement. It was a really, really good first-person shooter. So it's not just, you know, the fun and the over-the-top action and the one-liners and the comedy and all that stuff, the creative weapons, all that. It's actually a good game. It's a really good game. So Duke Nukem 3D is my next choice. Man, let freedom ring.
Damn, I'm looking good.
Let's go back to 1989 for a Data East arcade game. Sly Spy is an awesome game. It's a lot of fun. It throws you into the tuxedo of a secret agent tasked with rescuing the president from the clutches of evil terrorists. While it might not be the flashiest game in the arcade back in the day, Sly Spy offers a surprisingly varied and action-packed experience for a quarter. Sly Spy is a side-scrolling action game at its core, but it throws in curveballs to keep things interesting. You'll blast your way through enemy soldiers, you'll jump platforms, you'll even engage in a motorcycle race and underwater sequence. The controls are simple. You move, you jump, you shoot. While this might seem basic, mastering these elements becomes crucial as the difficulty ramps up, and it does ramp up. But I wouldn't call this a quarter muncher. You can get good at it, and you can actually play for quite a while on one credit. But yeah, unlike some, punishing arcade games, Sly Spy is generous with its ammo. Enemies frequently drop it, so you'll be unleashing a steady stream of bullets on your foes. This keeps the action flowing and avoids the frustration of running out of firepower at critical moments. This is a really good game and a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. Of course, we can't go back to the arcade now and find it, I'm sure. I would like to know in the comments if you ever have played the arcade game, the arcade version. But you can get it on the Evercade, and I do believe that it is on sale for some of the modern consoles. Some of those arcade games have come up for sale, and you can actually get them on some of the modern consoles. So you might check that out. Sly Spy, I highly recommend it. It is a lot of fun, and it really does take you back to those old arcade games and those days of going in the arcade and just having a good time. So Sly Spy, yeah, I think it fits in nicely into this list, and it is a great addition to this list.
Great job.
Well, how can you get more American than a Western, right? The Old West, man. And Sunset Riders galloped onto the SNES in 1993, bringing a Wild West shootout experience laced with over-the-top action and a touch of goofiness. While not a perfect recreation of the arcade original, this Super NES port captures the core spirit of the game, offering a thrilling ride for fans of the classic run and gun. And that is absolutely true. The Super Nintendo did a great job on this port. And I would have to say, man, I hate saying it, it pains me, but I have to admit it, man, I have to be honest. I think this port's better than the Genesis port. And, you know, I don't say that very often, but this one is. It's just so good. This is so colorful. It's got a lot of comedy. It's just got so much charm. And such a throwback to those classic arcade games. And man, playing like a run and gun in a western setting, this was awesome back in the day. It's awesome today. This game holds up very well today, of course. There's a lot of fun to be had here. The game does get very difficult, very challenging, of course. You know, like those old 16-bit games do. But this one's worth it, and it's worth getting good at, and it's worth playing. I highly recommend playing some Sunset Riders over your 4th of July weekend and having a blast. Absolutely. Sunset Riders for the Super NES absolutely belongs on this list. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I sure do appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around to the end of this video. And I would love to hear from you. I'm sure everybody watching this video would love to hear from you. What are some of the games that I missed that would be a great game to play during the 4th of July? All right, man. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for stopping by. And until next time, have a good one.